Khan, Shalom, all praise to Yahawah, Yahawashi, Bashim, Kakadash, to be honest to the apostles and the elders of Greatmillstone, and salutations to the hopeful electors pushing this truth in sincerity. I want to go into this video, which is Jordan Maxwell who's speaking about spiritual warfare.
Conspiracy can deal.
Let's see if this works. I have to go over here. Jordan Maxwell is going to explain about a spiritual warfare, and spiritual warfare is the warfare that is taking place on a spiritual level, which means we're talking about witchcraft, we're talking about the way of the way of symbolism, colors, the way of using certain words, propaganda, the way how demons are being used in order to cause confusion or troublesome or difficulty or hardship or misleading people. The warfare on any form of spiritual ground is what we're talking about. So this also involves medication, the pharmaceutical industry. This also involves the food that people are eating. This involves everything that is actually exercising influence in a negative way on the people. So I'm going to play this video. I have no scriptures prepared, so to the spirit, Lord willing, Yahawah it's going to be edifying, man.
With exposure. Once the truth is out and the people understand, then they have problems. And I am saying that the power of any government is in people. If you understand that symbols and emblems and things that we see every day are like the letters of an alphabet, if you put them together, they tell a story. If you understand, wake up and understand that we are not in a benevolent government, that Plato said the price good people pay for non-involvement in public affairs is to be ruled by evil men.
In the old Celtic Druid occultism of ancient England, from which we have gotten most, about 95% of our mysticism in America has come from the old ancient English Celtic magicians. We always see pictures of
we're talking about Stonehenge, right?
Yeah, Stonehenge, right. Merlin the magician with his magic wands, and all the magicians always have their magic wands. Magic wands were always made out of holly wood. And holly wood has been used for many years to manipulate your thinking, to explain mystical subjects to you, and to prepare you to accept certain mystical premises. A classic example, and I'm not in any way belittling the work, but it's very important to understand Steven Spielberg and George Lucas's work with the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because you can't understand the Last Crusade if you don't understand the First Crusade. And if you understand that the Raiders of the Lost Ark, who was the Raiders of the Lost Ark fighting against? It was the Nazis. Interesting too, in the Star Wars, according to the Masonic reference works that you can get in any library, the Freemasonic orders of Europe said that there was a little ideologue, a little spiritual entity that gave the knowledge to what the Masons call our hidden masters. That's what Freemasonry refers to, those who lead world Freemasonry. They don't know who they are. No Freemason knows who the actual leaders of the world organization are. They call them our hidden masters. Well, according to the reference works, there is a little spiritual entity that guides the world Freemasonry, and they call him Yoda. And in the reference works, you'll see this little creature with the pointed ears, and he's called Yota. Yota goes back to Judah, or Judah, which goes back into British Israel World Freemasonry, going back to the time of the founding of England, and that's why they're today called British. The British, it's a very big difference between being English and British. Brit is Hebrew for contract or a covenant, and Ish means man in Hebrew. Therefore, British is the covenant man or man of the new covenant.
So we're talking about Star Wars.
So we're talking about Star Wars. We're talking about
the evil empire
the
and
Empire
Yoda
Strikes
and
Back. And with the empire striking back, New York is the empire state. We're talking about the new empire of New World America striking back at Europe in 2 world wars to overthrow the old Roman dynasties in Europe to take over the world. So what we're saying here is that there is a war going on between gangs to see who's going to ultimately be on the top of the pyramid.
Yes, the obelisk, you'll see the Egyptian obelisk here. The Egyptian obelisk points up to the top of the triangle or the top of the pyramid. We're talking about occultic forces. We're talking about the 5-pointed pentagram, which was used by satanic worshippers for thousands of years. If you take the 5 points off of a 5-pointed star or a pentagram, you have left in the middle a pentagon. That's why the United States has a pentagon. The pentagon is directed toward the North Star because according to the ancient Babylonians, that's where you gathered power from the gods of the North in war. We're talking about sex, drugs, rock and roll, violence. We're talking about a concerted effort to manipulate the human beings of this country into a new order and a new world, and the people are going along with it, docile, and have not the
And it
faintest
says
idea.
Novus Ordo Seclorum. That's on
You know,
on the
that
dollar
really
bill.
interests me. That the term seclorum. You said earlier that meant
Secular.
world.
Secular.
Now doesn't
Secular.
that secular really mean more than
Well, these
anything else?
people think of themselves as gods, Eric.
Well, but the
These are the
secular,
new gods.
But secular, if you ask a minister what secular means, he'll say the secular world and we Christians, meaning that it's a world, a secular world without the God that created us. Isn't that true?
Yes.
So what we're looking at is we're looking at a new God, a Luciferian God, a satanic God who will be the leader of the New World Order. So the New World Order is the New World Order without the old God of the Bible and with the new God, Lucifer, Satan.
Now,
And
you
we- and we
can
wanna
take a look
bring
at
out-
the pentagram.
We want to bring out one point here in relation to what he says. We're not talking about an evil genius somewhere in Bavaria. We're talking about America. Here is the New World Order. We are in the middle of the most diabolical, conspiratorial movement ever developed on the face of the earth, right here in America. In Africa, and the big game hunters in Africa for many years used to, when you go out to hunt the big game, you wouldn't go into the jungle to look for the big game. You would hire many of the natives to go out with cans and bottles and surround about a 10-mile circle out in front of you and work in, beating cans and bottles and screaming and frightening your prey, the lion or the animal that you're looking for, and he's your prey. And you keep closing in until finally whatever is out there comes out into the open and he's a sitting duck. That is precisely what has been happening for the last 100 years. The Illuminati have been purposely organizing, directing, and financing wars, revolutions, violence, and bloodshed, so that it will sufficiently impress and frighten the world of humanity into accepting a new order, a new police state that will finally put down all the law and order, the disorder in the world. And it is the oldest trick in the book. Our greatest enemy is not in a crack house, it's in the White House. It's not in a bar room, it's in the boardrooms. And so the point I'm making is that we are being manipulated from the very top, and we need to wake up and find out that America is not the land of the free and the home of the brave, because we're not free, and we darn sure ain't brave. These Illuminati refer to their offspring in their publications as their children, their offspring. They refer to your offspring as kids. You have kids because you're just like a goat. You're sheeple. That's why you have kids.
And your children are going to be slaughtered if you go along with the program. There's no question about it. They're going to be identified. They're going to be marked. They want it all. There isn't anything that you've got that they're not planning on taking away. They want your children, your wife, your family, your home, everything. They want it all. And if we don't understand this, we've got to wake up. We have to incite a revelation to avoid a revolution. If we follow the other sheep, we will certainly be led to the slaughter. Never in the annals of human history has so few done so much so often to rape, rob, and ravish so many as the warlords and the warlocks of Wall Street and Washington. We're talking about a global government that's in existence right now. We're not talking about a nation that is going, we're talking about a nation that is gone. We do not control the government of the United States of America. The United States of America is controlled by this evil arc. They control the money system. They control the State Department. They control the presidency. And if you take a look at the fasci on each side of the speaker's podium in the Senate, you're going to find that we have a new world order in place. What do we have to do? Incite a revelation to avoid a revolution. Or wait for the second coming? The choice is up to you.
This is the time, this is what we're dealing with, and many people upon this earth are not aware of how this satanic force, the satanic establishment is striving for the satanic order, the satanic new world order. When we go to the book of Ephesians, the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10, the Most High commands us and tells us that we're in a war, and people need to understand that there's a war taking place right now, a war on your mind, a war against your faith for the ones that believe in the almighty power Yahawah, a war against the righteous. There's a war against light upon this earth. So the Most High commands us to put on the armor of the Most High. We got to put on the battle equipment to stand against the trickery of the devil. The book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the powers of his might. So you got to be confident and walking in conviction, being connected unto the Most High. Because we're living in a time where spiritual warfare is being used against us and has been used against us for quite some time. If you're not walking in strong faith, believing in the Most High, you're not going to be protected. You're not going to be guided, and you're not going to conquer the enemy, because the enemy is inciting fear, confusion, doubt, and is trying to steer you to believe that they got the good interest or the best interest with you. They're very manipulative, man. And many people upon this earth, they get deceived, they get tricked and believe in and thinking that the government has no evil or diabolical interest. They're not occupied in diabolical schemes. So people blindly follow what these wicked leaders are telling them to do and how to think and how to move and how to be. The book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 6. Be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shall thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous. This is what the Most High says. You gotta be strong. You gotta be very courageous in these days, because the deceitful man, the deceitful trickery, Satan and his minions are continually occupied in striving for the fulfillment of this satanic order. They use all the tools, anything that they can use in order to break, to destroy your mind and to push you, to mold you, to build you according how they want you to be is being applied. And they have no mercy upon the elderly, they have no mercy upon the youngest, upon the children, upon the babies. This is war. It's war where they are striving for their satanic order. It says that thou mayest observe to do according to all the laws which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. You see, so the Most High is commanding us to be strong. You gotta be strong in this time. You gotta understand what the enemy is doing. You gotta know who the enemy is. The book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You gotta put on that which is required to protect yourself, to stand, to war against this force. Because the devil is using darts. The devil is shooting at us. You know, the devil is continually attacking us, man. What's the scripture in the book of Psalms? I believe it is in Psalm 64. Psalm 64 verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. You saw, we reach out to our power, because our power is the only one that can protect you from the attacks which we experience upon this earth. It's only Yahawah that can protect you and can fight off the enemies. It's the same thing that happened with Yahawashi when he got tested after the 40 days and 40 nights of fasting. In the book of Luke and the book of Matthew chapter 4, we read about how Yahawashi the Redeemer got tried and tested by the tempter. And Yahawashi answered continually by the usage of the scriptures. So we got to understand that every time when we're being tried, every time when we're being tested, we got to apply the scriptures. We're not supposed to react carnally, but we got to apply the spiritual attributes in order to conquer any form of testing, any difficulty, any moment we being pushed in, man. The book of Exodus chapter 14 verse 14. The Lord Yahawah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. We got to understand that when you understand who the enemy is and how the enemy comes, the only one that can deliver you out of those situations from the secret enemies, the hidden hand, you know, the ones who call themselves the Lucifers, the Illuminati, the so-called light bearers, they are the secret enemy upon this earth. The mystery of iniquity. Many people were not known. They didn't knew who the mystery of iniquity upon this earth was. But with the spirit and power of Yahawah, he revealed unto us that Esau, Edom, and to be more specific, the elites of Esau, Edom, Amalek, is the mystery of iniquity that is working upon this earth. They are the ones who are doing this. They are the ones who are striving for the satanic order, and they are the ones who are responsible for all the spiritual warfare towards predominantly us and the rest of the heathens upon this earth, man. Because they're aiming at the chosen people of the Most High. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy, and they're the enemy of the Most High because they're walking in the spirit of Satan. Satan is the adversary. The minions of Satan, the nation of Edom, is a satanic nation. It's an adversarial nation. Everything that they do is against the will of the Most High, is in war, in violation against the will of the Heavenly Father. Hide me from the secret counsel. The secret counsel, is it not that they hide? Is it not that they in darkness plot and scheme? The secret counsel of the wicked from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Because they do these things in the dark. You got the Bilderberg meetings. They call themselves, they got the Skull and Bones, the Trilateral Commission. You got all these instruments which are secretively operating upon this earth, and they're striving. Everybody is, this is a building like how we are building the tabernacle of King David on the right hand side. They are also builders. That's why they call themselves the Freemasons. They are building their new world order. They are building their satanic kingdom upon this earth. That's what they built. And everything that they use upon this earth is witchcraft, symbolism, the power of words, the food, the pharmaceutical industry, everything, the miseducation system, bread and circus, the whole industry, the entertainment industry, the whole political system, the economic system, the whole military, everything together is there to build and to contribute, to protect and to serve the building process of this satanic new world order upon this earth, man. It says in the book of Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahawah, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Because they work in the dark. That's why they call themselves a secret society. But nowadays they are no secret anymore, because you got the internet, you got insiders, you got whistleblowers speaking out. Everybody knows about the things that Aaron Russo brought out. So you got people that are close onto them who right now speaking out, mentioning what is truly taking place. They're no secret anymore. People know about it. You mention people like, have you heard about Illuminati? Yeah. The secret society. Yeah. The all-seeing eye. Because the symbols are being shown everywhere. The obelisk is a memorial monument for them, where they magnify and they establish things. But people see these signs, people see the pyramid, people see the all-seeing eye. All these things were before, and they are back again. There's no new thing under the sun. Everything reincarnates and comes back upon this earth, and it's all in contribution onto the establishment of the totalitarian state. Psalm 64 verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You had Snowden, you know. You had now lately the newest thing. Let me bring that one out, man. For the ones who didn't hear about it, man. How McAfee got murdered, man. You know, he got murdered, and this man, I'm for sure. And he also posted a thing where he said that he wouldn't commit suicide. I believe it's crazy. I was watching something, and I was reading, and I saw this message where he was actually messaging about the food is good, uh, um, he's doing good, yeah, good people around him. If he suddenly be found dead, or a la Epstein hanged a la Epstein hanged in my cell, know that I did not commit suicide. So this man wouldn't commit suicide, but right after the extradition, you know, right after the extradition, which was given green light for the extradition, this man is found dead. So we know that there's foul play involved in the thing that is taking place, that took place over there. Foul play is involved. Let's go on in the book of Psalm 64, verse. Let's see. Here, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. So we need to be prepared and protected from their deeds, from their actions, because they plotting against the people. They're plotting against the people. You heard how Jordan Maxwell explained about how they refer to their offspring and how they call your children kids, because they look upon the people as if you are nothing but sheep. You're nothing but slaves in their eyes. You're nothing but commodity that is there upon this earth to serve them. You don't have any value in the eyes of the elites. They might give you a certain space. They might lure you and trick you and blind you by all the so-called material things and the so-called liberty that people have. But everything is being stripped from the people. Slowly but surely they're losing everything. And within a short time span, people are going to understand that they are nothing but slaves upon this earth. Everything that they have, everything that they desire, everything that has value for them is what they're going to lose. And the only thing that is going to be left behind is a creature that does not understand why the elites are doing these things, and they cannot escape. They're not going to escape. You see, so the necessity of being connected with the Most High is right now springing up and being shown why we need the Heavenly Father, because it is the Almighty Power who gave them this time to rule upon this earth. And it's only the Most High that can take these rulers out of this earth. So we got to go according to the program of the Almighty Power. It's not about your program. It's not about earning money and paying yourself out of the situation. Money is not the solution for what is going to take place upon this earth, man. Money is just something that is there to blind the people and to keep your mind occupied, so that you don't get in the way of what they're working towards, man. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Yeah, because if you now you have the how you call that, the CRT, critical race theory. The CRT, the critical race theory. Oh, that's it, man. The critical race theory is on the fire. So when it says, what is critical race theory and why is it on the attack? Just a quick small piece of it. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'll put it in the link in the comment section as well. Is critical race theory a way of understanding how American racism has shaped public policy, or a divisive discourse that pits people of color against white people? Liberals, conservatives are on sharp disagreement. Boom, 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 boom. It says here, in truth, the divides are not nearly as neat as they may seem. The events of the last decades have increased public awareness about things like housing segregation, the impact of criminal justice policy in the 1990s, and the legacy of enslavement on black Americans, brown-skinned Americans. But there is much less consensus on what the government's role should be in righting these past wrongs. Add children and schooling into the mix, and the debate becomes especially volatile. School boards, superintendents, even principals and teachers are already facing questions about critical race theory, and there are significant disagreements even among experts about the precise definition, as well as how its tenets should inform K-12 policy and practice. This explainer is meant only as a start point to help educators grasp core aspects of the current debate. So, just what is critical race theory anyway? Quickly, and then we go on, and you can read it for yourself. Critical race theory is an academic concept that is more than 40 years old. The core idea is that racism is a social construct, and that it's not merely the product of individual bias or prejudice, but also something embedded in the legal system and policies. And this is what also is taking place. You gotta understand that if the one that is ruling in the system has a perpetual hate towards a certain group of people, everything that is established in the law in this system is maneuvered in a way to destroy those that it hates. This is what is taking place. So now there's a very heavy attack on the CRT. You know, the basic tenets of critical race theory, or CRT, emerged out of framework for legal analysis in the late 1970s and 1980s. So it's a analysis of what is taking place. You know, an analysis concerning racism, oppression, mistreatment of a race of people upon this earth. This is on the attack. This is on the attack. So when you understand that you are on the attack for analyzing, studying, researching how a system is established, and you expose the errors in a system, and you understand and you find out that that is on the attack, you already should know that the ones that you cannot criticize. There's a quote from it's also a quote from Voltaire. This is him. This is the quote. It says, "To learn who rules over you, simply find out who you are not allowed to criticize. You are not allowed to scrutinize, to examine the rulers upon this earth. You are not allowed to scrutinize the system. How dare you, you slave, you peasant." That's the mindset from their perspective. How dare you, you sheep. How dare you to criticize and to examine how we rule over you people. That's their mind state. It's on the fire. You're not allowed to criticize or to scrutinize how they treat the people upon this earth, but we do it. The prophets are continually examining and scrutinizing and mentioning what the wickedness that has been done unto our people in the past and in this present time. Because you got people saying things like, "Y'all people live in the past." Man, you don't understand. You live in the past. You don't even know your history. You people don't even know that the history has impact on the present time we're living in. It has impact on how people's mind is in this present time. So how can people even say you're living in the past? We deal with the past, man. We deal with the past, man. We don't close our eyes for the past. We don't deny the past. We let people know that the past has impact on how people are in this present time. And we explain what it is doing onto the people in this present time and where we're heading towards. What we can expect. That's what we talk about, man. You know? It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They attack, they shoot, they aim. And it takes place on all kind of levels, brothers. It takes place on all kind of levels upon this earth, man. On all kind of ways the people are being on the attack, man. The food that people eat is the book of Ezekiel. The food that people eat when they're still going to the McDonald's. They're still going to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're still eating all the junk meal, the junk food. When you go into America, everything is super jumbo, mega, ultra, super duper size. You got genetically modified organism, fake fruit, grapes without seed inside of it. Now they're trying to steer to synthetic meat. Now they're pushing a vibration of you should not eat meat. Everybody should go vegetarian. But if you study the vegetarian messed up food, it's all mixed, it's all filled with soy. This is what they do. They're completely destroying the people upon this earth, man. They're destroying. The book of Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat the defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. That's why the food that we're eating right now is predominantly contaminated. It's genetically modified. You got the devil putting all kind of pork and gelatin in all kind of products only to mess our people up. This is what they do. Premeditated. Destroying the people. And they have joy in it, man. These people have joy in how they attack, how they aim. Let's get another scripture, man. The book of Psalms chapter 37. Is it 34? It might be 34. Let me get this. Psalms 34 verse 21. No, it's not here. Bear with me. Okay, it might be in Psalms 37. Here it is. Psalms 37 verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The wicked is continually watching our going ins and our going outs. This is what the wicked is doing. They are predominantly aiming at the poor and needy, man. Everything that you do upon this earth, they watch you, they study you. They want to know what you do upon this earth so that they can hinder you, so that they can block you, so that they can mess you up upon this earth, man. That's the spirit of these elites, man. If they notice that you get too much knowledge, if they notice that you are too dedicated in researching and knowing who they are and exposing what they do upon this earth, they target you. They attack you. They wanna silence you. Because they don't want to be exposed. They don't want the dirt to come out and that people understand who we're dealing with upon this earth. They don't want the people to know that they are the mystery of iniquity upon this earth. They don't want that, man. The book of Psalms chapter 82 verse 1. The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Selah. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and the needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Yeah, so our people really need redemption, man. Our people need redemption because the wicked doesn't show any form of mercy. The wicked is putting liquor stores in the hood, putting gun stores in the hood, putting abortion clinics in the hood. Is oppressing and pushing our people into the ghetto. If you go into the meaning of the understanding of the definition ghetto, it speaks about the place where the Jew dwells. They know that we are the true Jews, man. They know that we are the true people of the Lord. But yet they're destroying and breaking our people down completely from finding out who they are. They pump billions. Billions are being pumped in the fact of keeping your mind entertained, distracted from finding out who you truly are upon this earth. That's why you got the whole mess, the Hollywood and the music industry. You got people selling out, making all kind of garbage, misleading you, teaching you about how you can become a gangbanger, or whatever things that is being taught onto our people, man. This is all that you hear and all that you see upon this earth continually towards our people, man. And it's the wicked that is responsible for the distraction. It is the wicked that is occupied in destroying our people in the way how they're being destroyed upon this earth, man. I believe it is in the book of Zechariah chapter 7. The book of Zechariah chapter 7 verse 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment which Esau is not doing, and shew mercy and compassion. Esau does not know about mercy and compassion. Every man to his brother. Esau is our wicked twin brother. They don't know about mercy. They don't know about compassion. They don't know about truth. They don't know about these things. They're the wicked. They're the demons. They're demonites, man. They're the enemy of the Most High in everything that they do, in everything, how they work, how they walk, how they justify themselves upon this earth. They're the enemy of the Most High. For the Heavenly Father is showing everybody upon this earth who they are and how they move and what their plan is. How far they are willing to go. They destroy widows. Look at this, man. And oppress not widows, not the widow. Oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. This is what Esau is doing continually, man. This is what Esau is doing continually upon this earth. He is oppressing the widow. He is oppressing the fatherless. He has no care towards the stranger. He hates the poor and needy. He is continually imagining evil towards his own brother, man. In the book of Psalms, chapter 50. Psalms 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? For when these Edomites take our Bible in their hands, and then they want to explain unto us, what the Bible means, and that we don't understand our Bible. You see the pride of these wicked creatures, man. They want to tell you how your Bible is established and how your Bible needs to be read and understood, while the Bible is not for them. The only thing what is written in the Bible about them is their wicked deeds and what the Most High is going to do with them for all that they have done upon this earth. That's their part in the Bible, to be the wicked. You don't come up and touch the Bible and explain the Bible unto the holy nation. You devils, you deceivers. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is to be a peasant, a demon, a clown, a devil. You know? That's the purpose of the nation of Edom. Just to be a devil upon this earth until the Lord comes back and cleans all your roaches from this earth, man. That is how it's going to work. It says, seeing thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. Yeah, because they hate the instructions of the Most High. They ain't about applying the righteous instructions of the Most High. That's why you got America saying things, we're a God-fearing country, God bless America. The Most High ain't blessing America, man. America is Sodom and Egypt all over again, man. You really think that the Most High is blessing America? The book of Revelation. The Most High ain't blessing America, man. America is known in the Bible as Mystery Babylon, the mother harlot. That place is going to be burned to the ground. The Most High is going to unleash extreme plagues as how the Most High unleashed it upon Egypt. This place here in the Netherlands that is giving this strength unto America is also going to be completely destroyed, man. Obliterated, man. This hypocritical, wicked place we're living in, man. The book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. All the dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is talking about America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. Why is it called spiritually Sodom and Egypt? Because first of all, they are promoting everything that took place in Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? The normalization of homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism, you name it, all the debauchery, all the abominable things that you can imagine was taking place in Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Most High burned it down to the ground. He burned it down to the ground. All the inhabitants were burned to death. The Heavenly Father let it Lot know, and let it Lot know that Lot had to remove himself from amongst them, because Lot was vexed in the spirit. He was vexed of the filthy conversation and the things that the people were doing in that land, in that place over there. For the Most High commanded Lot to leave the place and to leave with his wife. But his wife, the Most High said, when you leave, don't look back. What did Lot's wife do? Lot's wife looked back, and Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt. That's the same thing that is taking place right now in this time. The Most High is letting us know, leave Babylon. Get out of this wicked place. Get out of it with your mind, with your conduct, and don't look back. Everything that is behind is already dead. It's already appointed to be destroyed. Leave it behind. Move in the way of Zion. Move and walk in the way of Yahawah. Why is it also called spiritually Egypt? Because it's the place of captivity. It's the scripture speaks about it in let's get that, man. In the book of Exodus, It's the house of bondage. It's the house of slavery, man. The house of captivity, man. The book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. I am the Lord Yahawah thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. This is my place of Egypt, my place of bondage here in Holland. My place of captivity, where the Lord is going to redeem me out of this wicked rulership. You got America, which is the main place of captivity, where the Lord is going to bring the most grievous judgment against him, man. Why is it called Egypt? Why is it referred to unto Egypt? Because when you go into the all-seeing eye, the pyramid, this is what it represents. And that's why it says Novus Ordo Seclorum. Yeah? Which is a new empire, a new world without the old God which we served upon this earth. What is it that they're aiming at? They say the God which was the almighty power that stands for righteousness, the ultimate power, the creator, he needs to be pushed out of the window and everybody needs to bow down unto Satan. This is the satanic new world order which they're striving for. And by any means they're working and they're working and they're working and they're working, and the people still don't understand what truly is taking place. Many people think that when we rise up and we do the will of the Most High, they war against us, but they war against the almighty power. You're warring against righteousness, and everybody that is warring against righteousness will be dealt with by the almighty power. Let's go on, man. In the book of Psalms chapter 50 verse 18. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and as thou hast been partaker with adulterers, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Yeah, because they're liars, man. This nation is so filled with deceit. They lie, their children lie, they lie and protect each other. They're the biggest fucking liars upon this earth, man. And the Most High hate liars, man. The Most High hates liars, man. People that lie and they trick, they're trying to be crafty, they're trying to be subtle, but you see how they move, you see their body language, you can read spirits, man. You can see in their eyes, you can see how they move, you can see how they speak. Their body language is exposing who they are upon this earth. They're the biggest deceitful, wicked serpents upon this earth, man. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Yeah, because he is our evil twin brother. And they're speaking against you, man. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. When you go into the word to slander, because that's one of the things which they love to do. They love to slander.
Strong's H 1848. Dofi.
It says a blemish, fault. It says a stumbling block. So they love to put stumbling blocks by the usage of words. Create fault, find fault in you, but you are the problem. You are the problem, but then you're trying to find fault in somebody else. That's how the wicked operates, man. That's how the wicked operates upon this earth. They will not admit, they will not acknowledge what they do in their wickedness. No, they want to find fault in you so that they can justify what they do. Yeah, but you. That's the spirit of an Edomite. The scripture says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. The Most High saw all their steps, all the words which they uttered, everything that they did upon the earth. The Most High says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. The Most High was still watching them, taking notice of all their moves and everything that they did upon this earth. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself. And so these Edomites, these devils, are starting to think that our power is all agreeing with what they do upon this earth. They in their pride starting to convince themselves that our power is a joke. If their power would be real, then why am I still doing this? Why can I still move? Their power is not real. They believe in a fake God. The Most High is watching them, allowing them. They're building their own track record. Let's get that, man. They're building their own track record, man. The book of Revelation, chapter 18. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. The Lord is continually talking. He's speaking towards his people. The Most High is telling our people, Come out of Babylon. Don't follow these demonites. Don't follow the wicked. Don't follow these red devils. Don't follow them. Don't listen to them. They don't care about you. They only want to destroy you. That's what the Most High continually is telling to his people. Only the elect is going to return unto Yahawah Shimei. 2/3 of our own people is still going to the church, still going to Christ insanity, or they go to other religions like Islam or Mormonism or Hinduism or whatever phony religion people are going into, man. They are still not returning unto their true identity, knowing who they are and walking in the laws, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. So the Most High explains that if you stay in this estate, you're going to be destroyed with the wicked that will be destroyed for what they have done, because you simply fell victim unto the snares and the wiles of the devil. You were not skilled. You didn't obtain that which was required for escaping the wicked tests and the deceit and the snares of the wicked, man. They didn't have what it takes to escape and to go through all the snares. It says, for his sins have reached unto heaven. The Most High is allowing these people to do their dirt until it reached the heaven. And do understand, man, we are in the time of the transitioning of one empire to another empire, which means we are at the time of the destruction of the wicked empire right here and right now. That's why the Most High is showing more signs in the skies, more chariots, which these people in ignorance call UFOs. In ignorance, they think they're aliens inside of these chariots, while we understand that inside of these chariots are the angels. The Lord Yahawashi is coming back in a chariot. Archangel Michael is coming back in a chariot. We understand because the Most High revealed all these mysteries unto us. But these people are lost in the source, man. These people are lost in the source. They don't understand what is taking place. They don't understand the increase of all the signs in the skies. They don't understand that we are getting closer and closer to the downfall of this wicked empire, and our righteous kingdom is going to be established upon this earth, man. For his sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High remembered iniquities. The Most High knows all their dirt, man. Everything that they do upon this earth, they know it. The Most High knows it, man. The Most High knows it, man. And the Most High is exposing it to the spirit and power of his prophets, man. Because that's why we do the will of the Most High, man. That's why we're going out. That's why we push these videos, man. That's why we speak about all things that they do upon the earth, man. The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. We reprove them, man. Why? Because the Most High placed the Spirit on us to research and to find out what is taking place. He is revealing all the dirt that they do in the dark and the secret. The child pedophilia, the Pizzagate, the whole Epstein scandal, the whole adrenochrome, child sacrifice, blood harvesting, human trafficking. You name it, man. All the dirt in the whole music industry, Hollywood, pedophilia, you name it, man. Everything is right now being exposed, is being brought to the light. All the schemes of the elites are being exposed upon this earth, and it's to the spirit and power of Yahawah Shimei. The book of Luke chapter 8 verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Everything is being shown what these devils are doing upon this earth. Everything which they have caused all the destruction in the past history, how they're trying to rewrite history. Now they want to say you either was a colonist, an immigrant, or a Native American. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? So now you just want to deny. You want to deny that you enslaved and forced people to work and to be this. But this is the devil for you, man. That's the devil for you. They rewrite history. They change. They program children by the miseducation system, to law of the government, to be completely destroyed in the mind, and not to understand that they simply don't give a F about you. They don't give a fuck about you, man. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Everything is being exposed, from the rooter to the tutor, from the head to the toe. We expose everything because that's our purpose. We represent truth. And while they want to work in the dark, we shine light upon all things that is taking place in the dark. Let's get that, man. We shine that light upon them, man. And there's nothing that they can do. Nothing they can do in order to block or to keep it secret. So now they're warring. Now they're warring against the truth. How do they war against the truth? Censorship. Censorship is a way of warring against the truth. Well, you can say this, this is offensive, this is breaking the community guidelines, so we have to remove your content. Oh, so you're talking against the narrative, we have to remove your content. Oh, you're questioning, you're researching, you're being criticized, you're scrutinizing something that we say. Oh, we have to remove your content. Salakia. This is the spirit of the wicked upon this earth, man. But we keep doing what we have to do. They remove videos, they remove channels, we produce new channels, and we keep pushing this truth. The fire and the destruction, the fire flood that is coming out by the will of the Most High is unstoppable. No one is going to stop this, man. This thing will go on until this wicked empire is taken down by Yahawah, and we are the vessels which the Most High is using to take this wicked empire down. And there's nothing that they can do. They can bitch and moan, they can create things, they can fabricate, they're trying to be a hinder, but nothing and no one is going to stop what we do for the Most High. The book of John, chapter 3, verse 17. For the Most High sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. Anyone who is not accepting Yahawashi to be the beloved Son, to reach the Most High, will stay in the estate of to be condemned. That's why the Most High says, come out of her. In order to get out of Babylon is a change of mind. You gotta accept Yahawashi. You gotta believe in Yahawashi, and you gotta walk in the ways of Yahawashi. You gotta become a new person in Yahawashi. That's the process of becoming born again. The old person dead and gone, and you become a new person in Yahawashi, in word and in conduct. He that believeth on him is not condemned. So we believe in him. We not only believing in him, we walk in his ways. We bear the cross. We bear all the hate, the backlash, which also the Lord went through. He got falsely accused. He got brutalized. He got tormented. He had no resting place. He got betrayed. Until the point that he even took his life. The Lord went through all things. He is the ultimate example of sacrificing. He laid down his life for us, so now we are sacrificing our life. We ain't aiming for riches. We're not aiming for material things. We don't care about those things, man. We don't care about that, man. The only thing that counts is doing the will of our power. If we got a roof, if we got food, we got clothes, we got the basic things, we good to go. We can do with the will of the Most High, because this is the only thing that counts, man. The rest, I don't give a fuck about this world, man. I don't care about this world, man. Because it's completely destroying people. It's destroying their mind. It's destroying my people. It's working, and anything that it's doing, it's working in achieving a totalitarian state. And I'm not contributing onto that, man. All my energy and all my effort goes on to exposing and building my people up and working and serving my power, man. That's where the energy of the elect is focused upon. Serving the Most High in fear and in trembling. You know, loving the Almighty power with all their might, with all their heart, and with all their soul. That's the elect. That's what the elect is doing upon this earth. A faithful servant towards Yahawah. We ain't playing around upon this earth, man. Like how the elites are not playing around. We ain't playing around with doing righteousness, man. He that believeth on him is not condemned. But he that believeth not is condemned already. So people that don't believe, people that are not of the nation of Israel and they don't believe, the heathens cannot be saved, man. The heathens are already gone. This thing is only for the Hebrew Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, and the Israelite foreigners who are scattered all across the globe. If you repent, if you believe, if you cleanse your ways, if you turn your ways towards righteousness, the Most High will be merciful towards you, man. He had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High, in the name, the importance of the name, because now, to the Renaissance, they whitewashed and they destroyed all the real icons, the iconoclasm. They destroyed the true images of the Redeemer, of the prophets, because the Edomites came into power during the time of the Renaissance. You know, so when you come to power and you have all the images of the Redeemer and of the prophets being dark skinned, the first thing that they did is they destroyed all those images, man, because you can't rule upon this earth and have all the images of the Redeemer and of the prophet still being dark skinned. So that's the first thing that they did. They destroyed all the images, they whitewashed them, and now they portray the Redeemer as a so-called white man. They turned the name, they changed the name of the Redeemer, the name Yahawashi, and they changed it into Jesus. When you research and you find out the name Jesus was the same name given unto the first slave ship where they were moving and shipping slaves. If you break down the meaning of the word Jesus, oh man. Here it is. Here. Let me see where it is, man. We're living in a time of great exposure of the wicked, man. Jesus exposed Jesus hail Zeus. Here it is. And many people don't even understand these things, man. We ain't bowing down to Renaissance, you fake phony Jeebus, man. You white Jeebus, man. We worship Yahawashi, which is a dark-skinned man with white woolly hair and red eyes. He's coming back to save his people, man. Anybody that is talking and teaching anything contrary unto that is a blasphemer, is lying. You're not speaking based on the scriptures, man. And the Lord's going to deal with you people, man. With all you liars, man. The Lord's going to deal with you, man. Here it says Zeus, Jesus, Eusus, meaning hail Zeus. Every time when you say Jesus, you're saying Eusus. Eusus, you hail Zeus. This is a false Messiah, man. This is not the true Messiah. This is the Messiah which the oppressor created, and he caused masses of people to bow down. This is a powerful stronghold which got a lot of people upon this earth completely sick and tricked. Let's get that, man. You're trying to explain it onto people, and many people don't have what it takes to break free from these strongholds, man. They don't have what it takes to break free from the strongholds. The book of 2 Corinthians 4 verse 3, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. If this truth is hid, it is hid to them that are lost. There are people appointed upon this earth to stay in that estate of being dumb, deaf, and blind. The Most High will not open up unto them, in whom the gods of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not. The gods of this world are the people that are ruling, the elites. Because you gotta understand there are many, let's hold this. There are many gods upon this earth. Whew. We got so many scriptures popping up. I'm going from precept to precept. I didn't prepare anything. Trying to bring out everything, brothers. You know, the gods of this world, when we go into the book of Psalms, we got to understand that there are many gods upon this earth. We have the almighty power, which is the highest God, the almighty God, the true power above all powers upon this earth. Then you have the angels, which are also Alahayim, which are also powers. They are lesser powers. Let's not forget, the Son of the Most High is a power, you know, which is the second in command. He is the second highest power upon this earth. Then you have the angels. The angels are the Alahayim, which are the powers beneath Yahawashi. You see? Then you have us, you have the humans. Let's first go to the Israelites. You got the elect. The elect is the first power beneath that. You know, closest unto Yahawah Shimyoshai upon this earth. Then you have the nation of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, the rest of them that are still in a state of conducting themselves as degenerates, as the heathens. They are also powers, but they are lesser powers. They are lesser gods, because the word God simply means power. It means power. We are also powers, but we are lesser powers upon this earth. The book of Psalms chapter 82 verse 6. I have said, ye are gods. The Most High lets you know to the scriptures, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes, but yet we die. We are gods, but we are not immortal, because we fell from our first estate to this lower estate. We fell from our angel estate toward this estate where we are stuck in these chains of darkness, man. You see? So let's go back. It says in 2 Corinthians 4 and 4, in whom the God of this world is talking about the rulers, the elites, the Amalekites, the Zionists. They call themselves the Luciferians, the Illuminati. They hide behind all kind of names, the skull and bones. You know, you have the rich, wealthy families, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Oppenheimer, the Bushes, the Van Duyns, you name it, man. The rich, wealthy, top 1%. That's what it's talking about. Those are the gods of the world. They are the rulers of this empire. And they have blinded the people's mind by the usage of witchcraft. That's why Jordan Maxwell was talking about symbolism, the way how they use colors, the way how they use the power of words, the way of casting spells upon people, the way of the propaganda, the television, which is hypnotizing people, the miseducation system where little children are already being groomed and taught to believe and to feel and to think in the way how they want you to think, to move and feel. Everything in the system is contributing onto blinding the people's mind and putting them on a path of obedience towards the government. The government, the government, the meaning of the word government is to control your mind. They govern your mind. They are governing your mind. People are not being governed by the will of the Most High. They're not being governed by the instructions of the Most High. They're getting governed by the guidance of the government. They are governing your mind. That's why people are so lost in the source concerning wickedness that is taking place. And they trust, they blindly believe all the things that the government is telling them, what they should do, what they should eat, what they should believe, what's going to be the next hype. It says, blinded the minds of them which believe not. They're blinded because many of them don't believe in the gospel. They don't believe in the words of the Most High, lest the light of the glorious gospel of the Messiah, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. This is the light. The rulers upon this earth, they push darkness. They keep you in the dark. That's why they bow down unto an owl. Why do you think that they bow down unto the owl? Why do you think that they bow down unto the owl? When you go into the Bohemian Grove owl worship. Here it is. Here you see them Bohemian. Here you see them bow down onto the Bohemian Grove towards a humongous owl. And you see them all. You see all the priests here. They have the sacrifice. They do the rituals over here. Why are they bowing down onto an owl? The reason why they're bowing down onto the owl is because the owl can see in the dark. They have the knowledge concerning what is taking place and what is being pushed while the people are in the dark. People don't know what is taking place. They're lost in the source. They're living in the dark, man. You see? So while the people are in the dark, grope, I believe it is in the book of Isaiah. Let's get that, man. Here it is. Here, Isaiah 59 verse 10. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. This is the estate that people are in. They don't know what is right from wrong. They don't know the difference between the unclean and the holy. Their mind is completely tricked, and they are gone by the spoiling and the programming of the elites. They don't know what they're doing, but they have joy in walking in great ignorance and warring against the righteous. That's the estate that mass of the people are in. They don't know what they do, but they have joy in doing the wrong. That's the spirit they're in, man. For the Most High, hey, don't think that the Lord is going to be merciful towards you just because you didn't understood. You was fighting against the righteous. The Lord will destroy you, your child, your parents. Everything will be completely destroyed by the Most High, man. Because you were simply warring against the righteous. And many of the people do understand that they're warring against the righteous, but they still continue because they're convinced that nothing will happen with them. Guess what? We got news for you. It will happen. And when it will happen, it will be so grievous that you will scream. You will scream out of torment when the Most High will plead with you roaches, man. In whom the gods of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel, which is this truth, which is Yahawashi. Yahawashi came in the volume of the book, Hebrews 10 and 7, who is the image of the Most High, because the Lord created him in his image, should shine unto them. So the word is shining unto the people, but they're not taking heed. That's why I pulled the book of John chapter 3 and 17. I'll read it again. For the Most High sent his Son into the world, into this wicked world, which is ruled by the wicked, the prince of this world, which is bowing down unto Satan. Esau, Edom, is bowing down unto Satan. Esau is the ruler of this earth, man. Let me get that quick precept, man. Precept upon precept for the ones who want to say like, yeah, but why is he going from the left to the right? That's how you deal with the scriptures, man. That's how you get the understanding out of the Bible, man. The Bible explains about precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little, there a little, man. You have to break down the scriptures because the Bible is created as a puzzle. You have to go from precept to precept to get a clear understanding of what is written over there, man. The book of Isaiah chapter 28 verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You know, so that's why I'm going from one script to another script to give you the complete understanding, because it's like connects, man. It's connecting. It's a puzzle. I have to put the pieces together to give you the complete perspective of what is taking place upon this earth, man. You know. So when you go into the scripture where it speaks about it here, man. Where's the scripture, man? I wanted to pull a scripture, man. Damn, I lost that one, man. Oh yeah, I got it. The rulers of this earth, right? Who is the rulers here? Bear with me, man. The God of this world. Boom, 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 boom. Here, John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as this world give it, not as this empires give it, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Where is that peace, man? Oh, here it's in 30. Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh and hath nothing in me. This is talking about the wicked, man. East or Edom, that has nothing to do with walking in righteousness towards the Most High. The wicked does not care about the ways of the Most High. They don't follow the instructions of the Most High. So the world that is being ruled by the prince of this world is in a state of condemnation, because it's walking satanic. It's walking adversarial towards the Most High. They are warring against the Most High in their word and in their conduct, and what they striving to achieve. A satanic order is warring with the Most High, man. It says in John 3:18, he that believeth on him, according to the scriptures, according to what is written in the Bible, according to the instructions and changing himself, is not condemned, because you're getting cleansed. You get cleansed by the blood of the Lord. But he that believeth not is condemned already, which is the estate that the people are in this world, the rulers and everybody that is conforming unto the world, because he had not believed in the name is Yahawashi, of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And I explained the importance of the name, because through the time, they changed the image of the Redeemer into an Edomite, a so-called Caucasian man. They changed the name Yahawashi into Jesus, which goes back to Hail Zeus. If you're still on that state of not understanding what they did, you're not worshipping the Almighty Power's beloved Son. You're worshipping an other Messiah. That's a false Messiah you're bowing down onto. That's a false Messiah you're calling on to. It says, and this is the condemnation, that light, righteousness, the way of the Lord, the word, the Bible, is come into this world, into this wicked world. And man loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. People hate the Bible and they hate those that walk in it, because their own deeds are evil. When they look at you, they get confronted with who they are. They're liars, they're deceitful, they're scum. And when they get confronted with the scum that they are upon this earth, the only thing that they can do is only to striving to break your spirit, to take it down. That's the spirit of the enemy. You know, because they're just scum. They're just scum. They're fit for destruction. They can't do what we do. They simply can't do what we do. They can't control. They can't build what we build, because they're simply not called by the Most High. And deep inside they know that's the guiltiness, the guilty consciousness is eating them from the inner parts, man. Because they understand that they're warring against the righteous. They understand that they're living wrong. But the only thing that a person can do in a situation like this, because of cognitive dissonance, is continue with the facade, continue with the hypocrisy, continue with the act, and convince yourself that nothing will happen until the judgment of the Most High will fall upon them. It says, for everyone that doeth evil hated the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. That's why these devils don't want to go into the light. They don't want to get close onto somebody that knows about the Bible. They don't want to. You really think that they would give us a platform to be on the television, live, telling you everything, telling the people everything from the beginning onto the end, what is taking place? If they would give the platform, let's say, onto the elder apostles, or even to the elders or the young brothers that know about this truth, the young lions that do know about the truth, that can handle the scriptures, that can dissect the scriptures rightly dividing the scriptures, if they would give this platform unto us, their empire would be gone within a short time span. Within a short time span, their whole empire will be gone, because everything will be exposed. Everything from how they came into power, how they are the mystery of iniquity, how they are tricking the people, how we are the chosen people upon this earth, what the prophecy is concerning the times of these last days, everything will be exposed. And when everything is exposed, that's the beginning of the downfall of a wicked empire, because their power lies in deceitfulness and working in the dark, in secrecy, hidden actions. That's their power. Manipulative and hidden ways moving upon this earth, man. You know? But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, and his deeds may be made manifest, that they are brought in the Most High. And that's why we get to the light. We don't go into the darkness. We don't hide in the darkness. We're standing boldly representing the Most High. We are the ambassadors of Yahawah. That's why we stand and we speak. And we don't fear what these people want to do, man. We don't fear the death threats. We don't fear what they say concerning if we continue with what we do. We don't care, man. You want to come, bring it, man. We're here. You know where we stay, man. You know where we stay. The Lord laid down his life. We are willing to lay down our life for what is right upon this earth, man. We don't fear death, man. We don't fear none of those things, man. The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And that's why the Most High said, have no fellowship with them, man. Don't try to be buddy with the rulers upon this earth. Don't try to be in the spirit of you are willing to sell your soul and to bow down unto them and to get some crumbs from the table. Fuck them crumbs, man. Serve the Lord by any means, man. The same spirit that let me get that, man. The book of Hebrews, man. Our people gotta keep their dignity, their sincerity, and their integrity, man. That's where it's about, man. And the Lord is continually watching, man. He's continually watching towards how people are moving upon this earth, man. He's continually watching, man. And many of our people are simply failing, man. They ain't got what it takes, man. They're willing to sell out. They're willing to be partakers of the wicked. You know? Here, the book of Hebrews chapter 11, let me start at verse 23. But by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw he was a proper child, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. You see what Moses did over there, man? Esteeming the reproach of the Messiah greater riches than the treasures of in Egypt. For he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. That's that spirit which we have to have also, man. Not being a sellout, not bowing down in Babylon, man. Bob Marley said it, man. You can't bow in a Babylon, can't bow down in a Babylon. We will not bow down, man. We will not bow down. We will serve our power no matter how much hell, no matter how much evil they want to bring onto our people, man. We rather bear our cross. We walk with our cross. We walk with our cross. Even though they stone you spiritually, we're getting stoned, man. Spiritually, we're already getting stoned upon this earth, man. But yet we hold and we walking with our cross, man. We don't care about you demons, man. The Most High is going to reward us for all that we do upon this earth in righteousness' sake, man. And all you devils, all the enemies of the Most High, we're going to see the destruction coming upon you, your whole family members. Everything is going to be rooted out of this earth, man. Righteousness will conquer everything, man. And they're going to find out what they did and unto who they did it, man. All of them are going to understand who the children of Israel are, man. Who Yahshua is upon this earth, man. Who our power Yahawah is, man. They will bow down and they will show respect, brothers. They will show respect, sisters. We have to continue upon this road. You know? We got to continue upon this road, man. So going back to the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. We've speaking about many things, man. Pizzagate, the things that the royalty's been doing, you know. They've been hunting on children. They gave these children all kind of drugs, and then they let these children loose in the fields, butt naked, and then they were literally hunting on children, raping them, brutalizing them, cutting them into pieces, drinking the blood of babies. They do all these things, man. They do all these things, torturing children in little cages to aim at the adrenochrome, oh man, the adrenaline that is being pushed in the blood when they're being so horrifically terrified, and that's what they drink, and that's what's making them high. They do all these things, people. They do these things, but yet in front of your face they smile, they laugh. You got politicians putting up a whole show, acting as if they stand there for the people. They don't represent us, man. They don't represent the prophets, man. We represent Yahawah. We are the ambassadors. We don't need no representation in this wicked system to stand or to order what we stand for, man. No, man. The Most High gives us instructions, man. He gives us instructions about these things, man. Verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. These days are evil, brothers. We're living in evil days, man. Evil days, where the people need to understand that if you abide upon this road, that you are going to be consumed, man. You will be consumed, you know. And how are you going to get consumed? By all the wickedness that they do towards our people, man. The book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The noise of the whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both bright sword and glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain, and great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. Understand, the bloody city is talking about America. The Lord is going to completely obliterate America, you know, first using the plagues, and after that he's going to finish it off by the use of the nuclear missiles, which will be shot towards America. It will cause a great lake of fire, and people are going to get burned up over there. The fiery oven which the Most High is preparing for you people to get burned up in, because you walk in pride and arrogance and wickedness upon this earth. The Lord is going to burn you people up. The same thing is going to happen over here with the people over here in Europe. You might think like, oh, is this true? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The Lord is going to shoot missiles as well towards this place. And people are going to burn as well over here. Why? Because they're full of lies and robbery. They lie and they keep lying, and they have committed robbery even unto this very time. They stole from Yahawah, and they keep stealing. They keep lying. They keep lying, man. Verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations to her whoredoms, and families to her witchcraft. This is what they do. The well-favored harlot, the mother harlot above all, like how it said in the book of Revelation. It's talking about America, man. And America is giving all these nations upon this earth to drink of that cup of fornication. The book of Revelation chapter 17 verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven veils, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman, which is symbolically talking about America, sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, which is talking about NATO. You know, the beast, which is the beast represented the power structure of America, which is again going to what? The dragon, the red dragon. The red dragon is the power structure of Esau, Edom upon this earth, full of names of blasphemy. Yeah, because they're blasphemers. They know the truth, but they're misleading the people towards lies and trickery. Having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads is talking towards the kingdoms which were before, and the 10 horns is talking about Europe. When we let's get that picture, man. Revelation 17. To give you the understanding of what we're talking about. Revelation 17. Here it is. Low billing. Then we can open up the new tab. Boom. This is where it's talking about. The beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns is NATO. That's what it's talking about. This is NATO. The 7 heads that you see It's talking about Germania Major, Romans, French, Spanish, Germania Minor, British, and the Greeks. So America is riding the beast, and America came out of the British. So this is the power that we're dealing with right now upon this earth. And you see how this whore, this harlot, is holding a cup. This is the cup of fornication. This is the cup of the philosophy which they push upon the globe. Examples of the philosophy is, oh man, it's not, I cannot read it completely. Democracy, religion, idolatry, homosexuality, lies, adultery, covetousness, and murder. That's all filled in this cup. This is how they live. This is how they rule upon this earth. But this is their philosophy. This philosophy is what they bring all over the globe, and they cause the kings of the earth to drink of that cup. And they drink of it, and when they drink of that cup, they're starting to walk in that same way upon this earth. It says, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Yeah, because the Most High is going to judge America, and America sitteth upon many waters, which means you got a cesspool of all kind of nations mixed together, a multitude of nations in America, man. That's when it means when it speaks about many waters. It says, with whom the kings, the rulers of the earth have committed fornication. They were in bed with America. They drank of that cup, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of a fornication. They all drink of this philosophy. So they all get infected by the same wicked conduct of America upon this earth. It says, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face. But what does that mean? The Most High is exposing America for who they are and what they have done upon this earth. And it takes place to whistleblowers. The Most High is putting the spirit of whistleblowers. You know, the Most High is raising up prophets, and the prophets are exposing everything that is taking place upon this earth, man. It says, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame. Yeah, so now all the shameful things which they have done upon this earth are being exposed. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee foul, and will set thee a gazing stock. So now everybody's looking at America. You got Iran already saying Israel and America being referred to as big Satan and little Satan. Yeah, because many people upon this earth starting to wake up and to understand who they truly are, who America is upon this earth. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh, which is spiritually also talking about America, is laid waste. Who will bemoan her, and when shall I seek comforters for thee? Man, the only ones that are going to cry for America are the ones that are doing business with America, man. Also mentioned in the book of Revelation 18. Those are the people that are going to cry for America. So this all having said, we jumping back to the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. So the Most High says, put on the whole armor of the Most High. Now you understand why we got to put on the armor of the Most High. Because we are surrounded by a world that is utterly wicked, in the hands of the wicked. The scripture says it in Job 9 and 24. Let's get it. Job 9 and 24. The earth is giving into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? They rule upon this earth. This is the time. This is their season. The Most High gave them the time to rule upon this earth. So this is what they created. This is what they caused upon the earth, man. And they covered the face of the judges thereof. Iconoclasm, the whitewashing, the changing of the true images of the Redeemer. This is all that they have done. This is what they have done, man. Let me get another scripture about that, man. What is it in 2 Maccabees 3 and 48? 2 Maccabees 3 and 48. 38. I believe it is in 1 Maccabees. First Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of the law, which is the Bible, wherein the heathen, these Edomites, had sought to paint the likeness of the images. So when they came into power, Renaissance means renaissance, is two words combined. You know, the rebirth. That's the time when they came into power, and they changed all the true images into their likeness. Because you can't rule upon the earth and have the true images still showing that the Redeemer is a dark skinned man, showing that the prophets are dark skinned. You can't rule like that. So the first thing that they did, the iconic lesson, they destroyed the real images and they changed it into their likeness. This is being strongly propagated all over the globe, and that's why people are still bowing down, and that's why they make videos like when you man, these devils, man, when you go into a movie or a story or some series about God and about the religion, about the prophets, you will find out that all the prophets are being portrayed as Edomites, as Caucasians, while they were not Caucasians. The prophets are Hebrew Israelites, and the Hebrew Israelites, the original skin color estate is brown skin. They were dark skin. Nowadays we procreated with the heathen, so now you got Israelites who may look like other nations, but the original estate of the Israelites are dark skin. You see, so the lies of these devils, man, the lies and the deceit of these devils, it's words cannot measure how wicked they truly are, man. Words cannot measure how wicked they are. So the Lord says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devils. What are the wiles of the devils? You gotta understand how the wicked is coming, man. You gotta understand how the wicked is coming, man.
Strong's G 3180, Methodiah.
It says cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. That's how the devil is continually working, lying in wait with all kind of crafty, deceitful trickery in order to cause you to be misled from the truth. This is what they do. This is their purpose. The Most High created them to fulfill this purpose in this movie. You have the movie, you have the righteous, you have the wicked, you have the light workers, and you have roaches, you have the personification of cancer upon this earth. That's their purpose. That's all they can do. That's all. You know? Then sometimes they may humble themselves, they may act friendly, but it's just a matter of time before you're going to find out, like, oh damn, you're truly an Edomite, man. You're truly the devil the Bible speaks about, man. You're that serpent, man. And I understand why the Most High is going to exterminate them after they served the 1,000 years of slavery, man. You understand? Because they don't change. They can't change, man. This nation can't change. The scripture speaks about, can a leopard change his color? Let me get that, man. They can't change, man. Let's get it, man. Hey, the most beautiful thing that you can, hey. Oh, man, hey. Thank God, thank Yahawah that you're not an Edomite, man. These people don't even understand what it means to be an Edomite, man. But in due time, they're going to understand what it means in the eyes of the Heavenly Father to be an Edomite, man. What will be your future, man? You idiots, you fucking idiots, yeah, man. You don't even understand what it means, man. How fucked they truly are, man. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. They can do good. They are no good. They are no goodest. Like how Hobson would say. You know? These people are no goodest. They can do good. It's not installed inside of them. They're not programmed to do good. They're programmed to be serpents. That's their purpose upon this earth. Until the Lord will deal with them and cleanse them from this planet, man. Verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of this darkness, or darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We are warring against the elites. We are warring against sorcerers. We are warring against enchanters. You know, we're warring against mediums. You know, mediums, sorcerers, warlocks. We're warring against them. You know, and they're continually what am I doing? Numbers. They're continually aiming at what we do upon this earth, man. They're looking at your steps. They're casting spells. They're looking in ways how they can break your strife, your faith unto the Most High. This is what the nation is doing right now upon this earth, man. The book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had the Most High wrought? You know, so they want to cast spells upon us, but Yahawah will protect the elect. Understand, the Lord will protect the chosen of amongst the nation of Israel, and the elect. He will protect, and they, of course, they will try. They will send things towards you. You know, they might cause you to stumble, or they might send people into your life trying to cause to mess things up. But in the end, the Heavenly Father will direct, and He will lead you out of all the wickedness that is taking place upon this earth, because the Most High has care for the elect. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, the sacrificing of your children, or that use a divination or observer of times, or an enchanter or a witch. The Lord is letting us know, don't mix with the left hand side, because all these things that I mentioned over here are being done towards the left hand side. By bowing down and worshiping Satan, they receive the help of demons. That's what these people are doing, man. Divination, the observer of time, a medium, a person that can forecast about what is going to happen. They do these things by the help of demons, by the work from the left hand side. We are serving the Most High directly through the Son on the right hand side. We don't need no medium, no Satan or demons in order to receive what we want to know, or what we power, or whatever, man. We are blessed. Let's get that, man. We are blessed because we have direct connection with the Most High through His beloved Son. That's what's granted unto us, man. The book of Baruch, and it's only granted unto the children of Israel, and the elect is right now applying and walking in that way and reaping this beautiful gift that is granted unto them, man. The book of Baruch chapter 4 starting at verse 1. This is the book, the Bible of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endured forever. The law is established forever, so in this present time we have to keep the laws. In the kingdom, everybody is supposed to keep the law, but the laws will be placed inside of us, so we will keep them perfectly. None of our people will go off in the kingdom, you know, because of Jeremiah 31 and 31, the new covenant. All they that keep it shall come to life, and that's why we're walking in life. That's why we breathe out life, you know. These words are life. We push life. The word is living water. We are quickening the dry bones that are in the valley, man. We push life, man. And they push death, confusion, and destruction and fear upon our people, man. But such as live it shall die. That's the system, man. That's the elite. That's the instruction of the system. That's the programming of the system. That's the masses that are walking according to the broad way in this world. They're walking in death. Turn thee, O Jacob, you children of Israel, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light. Walk in Yahawah, that thou mayest be illuminated. We are the true Illuminati. They are not the Illuminati, man. We are the true light bearers upon this earth, man. And the ultimate light bearer, the light of the world, is Yahawashi. Give not thine honor to another. Don't give that which is unto us, nor the things that are profitable unto thee, to a strange nation. Because the Most High is only dealing with His chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites. He doesn't care about you heathens, man. He deems you people as spittle. And soon, as soon these people are going to find out, you're going to find out that the Most High looks upon you people as nothing but spittle. You're going to understand that. O Israel, O you children of Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Keep going on, man. You know, you catch hell, you go to difficulty, man. Keep doing what you got to do, man. Be of good cheer, because you are an Israelite. You know, you at least you're not an Edomite, man. You're not a proud, blinded, arrogant prick that does not understand what the future is. They don't understand, man. You know, and anything that takes place in your life, always remember, man. Hey, man, at least I'm not an Edomite. Even though when you're catching hell, man, go outside, walk, and meditate about the scriptures, man. Meditate about what we were appointed to go through, what they have done unto our people, what we go through, and understand. And always remember, man, at least you're not an Edomite, you're an Israelite, man. At least you're not an Edomite, because what it means to be an Edomite, man. Obadiah, man. There's a whole book dedicated on the book on the nation of Edom. Obadiah. If you're an Edomite, you're done. You're done. It's over, man. It's just over, man. Let's go to the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil days, and having done all to stand. We're living in evil days, brothers and sisters. We're living in times where we are continually under attack. You might even rest your head upon your pillow. There's no rest in your dreams. So your dreams are under attack by demons. You're calling upon the name, the power. The names, there's power in the names, brothers. Call upon the names. In the book of Proverbs 18, call upon the names of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yashai. Proverbs 18 and 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. We call upon our power every time, man. We keep calling upon our power, Yahawah Ba'asham Yahawashi. He hears us. He sees what we go through. He sees the unrighteousness that is being executed towards us. But we're still standing. We're bearing our cross. Why? Because where's the scripture speaking about? Let's get that, man. You know, the elect, before they came to serve the Most High, the elect counted the cost. And counting the cost is something by which you continually examining and watching, if you know what to do, how to move, applying the counsel, the wisdom of the Most High in order to finish your course. Don't get discouraged when the heat is upon you. Don't stop doing and serving the Lord when difficulty falls upon your path. Keep serving Him. The Most High is watching you. And I keep telling brothers, I see certain brothers are going to difficulty. Hey, understand, man. It doesn't matter how much heat is coming upon you. You keep serving the Lord. You keep praying. You keep doing what the Most High commands you to do. And in the appointed time, He will raise you up. You don't stop doing when the things are getting heavy for you, man. You keep doing what you have to do for the Most High, man. In the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse, here's a beautiful beginning. Verse 26, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother, his wife, his children, and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. A disciple is a follower of Yahawashi in a disciplined mind. We are following Yahawashi with a disciplined mind. This ain't no game. This is life and death. This determines in sincerity how you walk, in dedication, in diligence, how the Most High will look upon you and how He will account you. Are you going to be accounted as one of the faithful servants, or are you one who's a hypocrite and playing games? Are you really putting the Most High upon the first place, or are you playing games with the Most High? We're not living in a time where you can play games. You can never play games with the Most High. That's what people need to understand. The Most High is not to be fucked with, man. When He will execute judgment upon this earth, people are going to scream, they're going to cry, and they may not even understand that it's the Most High that truly brings it, man. Because now we're still talking, we're already mentioning how the Most High is executing judgment upon this earth, and people still don't get it, man. They still don't get it. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. If you're not capable of bear all the hell that comes upon you in this wicked lifetime, you are not built and you are not fit to be the disciple of the Redeemer. The Most High is looking, and He's not going to put too much pressure or difficulty upon you. He will give you what you can handle. You gotta continue upon this earth in doing His will. Don't give up. Don't stop serving Him. Serve Him with gladness. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counted the cost, whether he had sufficient to finish it? Lest happily after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold began to mock him. Yeah, because if you put your hand to the plow, you gotta take time to consider and to examine, to watch if you got what it takes to finish the course. Don't get into it like, yeah, it seems good, it sounds nice. And then when you enter into it, and when the heat comes, the fire, the difficulty, now you all of a sudden all offended, all emotional. You don't react on a spiritual way onto the hardship that takes place in your life. All that takes place is spiritual. Even though the Most High is putting the spirit on the carnal man to war and to wage and to do things against you, everything needs to be answered on a spiritual way. It's spiritual warfare. So if you don't tackle things in a spiritual way, you will be conquered by the spiritual warfare. We have to apply the wisdom of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yashai at all times. That's the test. That's the building process. As long as you don't apply, as long as you don't obtain and apply what the Lord is giving you, you will fail the test. You will fail, and if you keep failing the test and difficulty keeps coming upon you, you're continually in a state of experiencing pain. That's when, and I see it with one of the brothers, and I'm talking with him many a times. The thing that can happen is, now you might question and doubt the Most High if He really cares about you, because that's Satan creeping in. Don't allow this to happen. Understand, and also listen closely when you receive instructions and guidance, because certain brothers come into this truth and they might think that they already know how to move and how to deal with the situation, man. You know, if you done something on your way and it didn't work, listen closely to what the next man is telling you, to the spirit and power of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yeshai. Follow the counsel, man. Don't go into a spirit like, man, it does not work. I've been calling, I've been asking, so it didn't happen. So no, man, I'm not going to. You're not going to call. What do you mean you're not going to call anymore? Anybody that's getting into that spirit, and I'm straight up, man, you keep calling, you keep fighting. I don't want no weaklings around me in concerning the battle. I got my cross to carry. I motivate, I push people, I motivate them, I spark them. I don't want to hear nothing about I'm not going to pray, I'm not going to I don't want anybody hearing saying any fuckery like I'm not going to fight anymore. I don't think that the Holy Lord is going to help me. Like, none of that, man. You fight until the end. You fight even if it means that you lose your life in the battle. That's how you fight. You will fight. It says, saying this man began to build and is not able to finish it. Yeah, because people are gonna mock you, man. People are gonna mock you. You cannot start something and then stop it in the middle of the work because you deal with difficulty, man. And the difficulty that brothers are coping with today in these days, I'm not going to make it lesser than what it is. But if you right now being consumed by the things that is taking place right now, build your faith. You gotta pray. You gotta take fast, and you gotta take heed unto the counsel of the brethren, man. Get builded up in the spirit of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yeshai, man. The book of Ephesians chapter 6 verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth, and having the breastplate of righteousness. You know, and that's this truth, man. This is stabilizing your mind. This is stabilizing the minds of our people, man. Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The fear of the Lord of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yeshai is the treasure. This is what stabilizes our mind upon this earth, man. This is what keeps us going, doing the will of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yeshai. This is what keeps us sane in this insane, wicked world where our people are completely being destroyed. This is what keeps us going, man. It's the spirit and power of the Most High that has us still standing and doing His will in this wicked place, man. Without the Most High, we would already be gone, man. You see? With man it is impossible, but with the Most High, everything is possible. With man it is impossible, but with Yahawah Ba'ashim Yeshai, everything is possible. So we keep holding on onto the power, man. We keep doing the will of the Most High. And we do understand that too much tribulation, man. Acts 14 and 22. Too much tribulation, we're going to enter into the kingdom, man. Grief is part of our walk, brothers. You know, grief is part of your walk. You might lose family members. You know, people might pass away. You know, people that are very close unto you. You know, but hey, do understand, man. We understand the concept of life and death and reincarnation, man. We understand what it means and what the Most High is doing. We understand that we were appointed to go to difficulty. So we have to bear our cross no matter what type of tribulation is coming upon our path, man. The Most High is with us, man. We have the spirit of a conqueror, of the victorious one inside of us, man. So we have what it takes to finish our course. You gotta believe in it, man. Don't doubt. The book of Acts chapter 14 verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. To many difficulty, to many scars, to many pains, to many losses, to many grief, we're going to enter into the kingdom. This is not a walk through the park, brothers. This is the difficult road. This is the most heavy path you can walk upon in this earth. We are walking upon it, man. We took this upon us, man. Or should I say, the Lord called us into this truth to fulfill this path, man. We were appointed to do this, man. Not many do this, man. Not many are called to do what, let me say it right. Many were called, but not many were chosen to fulfill this path, man. You see? We gotta do this, man. There's a necessity placed upon us, man. Necessity is placed upon us. So prepare your mind, prepare your heart, prepare yourself for facing difficulty. Prepare yourself for facing unrighteousness, evilness, wickedness, facing being vexed in the spirit, waking up, ailments, pain, every day, every day, every day. Prepare your mind to face all these things upon this earth and understand redemption is coming for us. Redemption is set for us. We are facing these things while they play, while they fuck, while they do all their fuckery upon this earth, man. While they play and they war and they add an affliction towards our people, man. While the wicked is misleading our people further and further, setting them up against each other, we are doing what we have to do for the Most High, man. Do understand that redemption is at hand, brothers. And look up, because the signs are screaming, they're building your faith. Don't get down, don't get into a woe is me spirit now, man. Lift up yourself, man. And keep doing what you have to do for Yahawah Shem Yashai. Going back to the book of Ephesians, man. Chapter 6, verse 15. And your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. And who this peace is for, man? For our people, man. There's no peace unto the wicked. Hey, the world is going to experience peace when the wicked is dealt with upon this earth, man. Let me get that in the book of Isaiah, man. And this is a beautiful scripture, man. Isaiah 14. Because this scripture is that's the spirit, man. This scripture also speaks about how the golden city had ceased to rule upon this earth, man. Here it is in the book of Isaiah 14 and 3. And it shall come to pass in that day the Lord shall give rest. He shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. The Most High is going to give us rest from our sorrow, man. Rest from your soul. Every day you wake up, you're tired, you're in pain, you feel you're vexed in this place. You look around, you see the stage of people in. You wake up, you got ailments, demons attacking, causing, doing things towards our people, man. You're filled with grief, you're tired, you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired in this wicked world, man. And your mind is continually about how long, Yahawah Shem Yashai, how long do we have to endure this wickedness? How long will this wicked nation be above us? And how long will they crush and destroy the weak, the fatherless, the widows? How long do we have to bear this, Father? How long? And from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou hast made to serve, every day we serve in the Most High. Every day the wicked is looking and working to work out the saints, man. Every day. That thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how had the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? How had America seized, man? The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Yeah, it's talking about the witchcraft, man. Which is also one of the power tools which they use against the people. The witchcraft, you know, the magic wand, the holy wood, which is not truly holy. It's unholy wood. Everything is being used against the people in order to indoctrinate, to hypnotize them, to trick them, to blind them upon the path which the wicked wants them to be. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. Yeah, man, payback, you know, the big payback. James Brown made a beautiful song about it, man. The big payback is coming for you wicked doers upon this earth, man. You devils have to pay. And when you study the past and the present time and what they're trying to achieve, you understand that these people have a lot of things to pay for, man. A lot of bloodshed, a lot of thievery, a lot of stealing of land. They have a lot to pay for upon this earth, man. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Yeah, when the wicked is taken out of power. That's when the planet will experience peace and rest. As long as they live and as long as they are upon this earth and they can exercise power concerning rulership, the planet and the people, the earth, any living organism will never truly experience peace, harmony or rest, quietness. No one. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us. Yeah, because they don't only destroy people, they destroy the whole planet. They chop off trees in the Amazon, the lungs of the earth. They destroy everything, man, because they are simply the destroyers upon this earth, man. Hell from beneath is moved to thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from the thrones and all the kings of the nations. Yeah, because they destroyed everything, man. They took people's land over, they destroyed kings, they destroyed royalties, they took over, they sent by bribery and trickery, they established their puppet in somebody's country. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Because now America is no longer that super dangerous, scary power anymore, man. Yes, they got a powerful military, but now they're not the only ones who got nuclear missiles, man. You got Iran enriching himself with uranium. You got China, which is a power to be reckoned with. You got Russia, which is a power to be reckoned with. You got countries who right now preparing themselves to wage war to take a stand against America. Missiles, man, ICBM missiles. When this war will be waged, it's going to be a war where the elites are going to run into the deep underground military bases, and the people on the surface are going to get bombed and burned down to the ground, man. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy fowls. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Yeah, because they're going to be put 6 feet deep in the ground, you know, where you got the worms and feasting on the carcasses. This is what's going to happen with you devils, man. It says, how are they fallen from heaven? How are you fallen from your heavenly ruling estate, your empire estate, O Lucifer, you light bearers, the Illuminati, the Amalekites, you Zionists, you evildoers upon this earth, aiming for the satanic order? How are you fallen from your high estate, down to the ground, being exposed and dealt with? Son of the morning, how are they cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation, because they went all over the globe. Everywhere they set foot on land, everywhere they justify, they use the propaganda, they march, they barge, they bomb rush the countries, they destroy, they shoot innocent women, they shoot innocent children. Everything is completely being destroyed. All over what? Resources. All over what? We want your oil, we want your gold, they want everything, man. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will also set upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. So they're suffering from a God complex, man. They disrespect the almighty power who created them, but they deem themselves the almighty power. So they deny the Most High, and they magnify themselves. High-minded, proud fucking roaches is what they are, man. The Most High going to fuck them up, man. High-minded, proud, fucking arrogant pricks who think they can just go up against the Most High and set up their own satanic order upon this earth, man. Warring against the Heavenly Father, man. Thinking that you got arms to box with the Most High. You ain't got no arms to box with the Most High, man. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. You hear what these devils think, man. I'm ascend myself above the clouds. I will be like the almighty power. That's why they have satellites and cameras in all places. Big brother is watching you. Like how the Heavenly Father has the angels beholding everything. Let's get that, man. The book of Proverbs 15. Like how the Heavenly Father is beholding everything upon this earth. Proverbs 15 verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, which are the angels. The angels behold everything, and they send report towards the Most High, beholding the evil and the good. Now you got Esau. Esau, by the usage of the technology, you know, the satellites, Ezekiel 28 verse 3, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there is no secret that they can hide from thee. Yeah, because Esau has his satellites all over the globe. Everything can be infiltrated, man. Your phone, your TV, your camera, everything. They know everything. There's no hiding place for this devil anymore. That's why he's saying Big Brother is watching you. He's continually watching you, man. Now, as I'm making this video, I'm being watched, I'm being recorded, I'm being listened to. They're watching me. But you can look at all the times, man. The Lord is watching you people, man. For everything that you do, the Most High is watching your steps, all your thoughts, He's watching it. And you're going to pay for that, man. The book of Ephesians chapter 6. Let me see, was I here? I was in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 14 verse 16. It's 15. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. The Most High is going to cast them down to the ground, to the grave. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? Yeah, because at the end, when the Wizard of Oz, When you go into the Wizard of Oz, the ending, let me see if I can show you what at the end you see who's truly behind this. You know, you see who the wizard is that is revealed. This is what's going to take place upon this earth, man. This is what's going to take place upon this earth. The devil is going to be exposed, and the devil is already exposed upon this earth, man. He's already being exposed upon this earth. The mystery of iniquity being exposed as the devil they are, man. That's what's going to happen, man. Let's get that scripture, man. The book of 2 Thessalonians. You see, it's a beautiful thing to know this truth, man. The Most High gave us, He gave us the intel. He gave us the mysteries, man. Everything was granted unto us what we need to know. And it's hid from these people, man. They think that we're crazy for what we know, but the joke is on them. They got people laughing us to scorn, but we're going to laugh them to scorn when the Lord is going to bring judgment upon them, man. When they're going to die of hunger, when all kind of plagues are going to plague them. Demons are going to jump upon their loved ones. People are going to commit suicide. People are going to jump from the highest buildings. We're going to just sit and laugh, man. We're going to have joy as the Most High is executing judgment upon all these roaches, man. The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4. Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Esau, Edom, the devils. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now know that what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in this time. It's being revealed, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the word which comes out by the prophets, Daniel 9 and 10, the mouthpiece, the voice of the Lord, which is the servants, the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming by the chariots. You know, Zechariah 5. This is the plague, the curse upon the thief. The Lord is coming with the chariots, man, and these lying bastards, these scumbags, these thieves, they're going to be zapped. The Lord is going to destroy them, man. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. You see, that's the witchcraft they use in order to trick the people to believe and to conform unto the satanic order. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness, the witchcraft, the symbolism, the colors, the word magic, you know, the food magic, the pharmaceutical industry, everything that they established, the miseducation system, the political system, everything that they have established, all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of truth, that they might be saved. No, because they didn't know about truth. What is truth? Thy word is truth. Sanctify them by thy word. Thy word is truth. People don't know the truth. People don't stand for truth. So many people are not going to be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. So now they believe a lie. Now you got people talking about pro-jabbing, you know? That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. They're all damned, man. They're damned to be destroyed by the Most High, man. So the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that shake the kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of the prisoners? Yeah, because they look at how many people are in prisons right now, man. The whole planet is a prison planet, man. They're aiming to get you chipped and to have you as a perpetual slave in their empire, man. This is what they're aiming at. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lying glory, everyone in his own house. Yeah, because now people can experience peace, man. As long as the nation of Edom is alive and they can exercise power, people will never know harmony, peace. People will never experience that. This is the seed pertaining unto Satan. This is the personification of cancer upon this earth. They need to be rooted out of this earth, and then we can experience peace. As long as they live, the people will never, ever, 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 ever know peace, man. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thirst through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden on the feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Hey, your people are finished, man. Their people are finished, man. The Lord says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, man. You people are fucked, man. You still don't get it, man. But still they're walking in this gloating pride, and they think that this madness, what they do upon this earth, is going to stand forever. They don't understand that the Lord already is showing all these signs, man. They're being exposed from the left to the right, man, for who they are. Isaiah 25 verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. This nation, the children of Satan, oh my days, man. In the kingdom, man, in the kingdom, we're going to play all the things that they did unto us. We're going to play them on a hologram while we beat them, burn them, torture them, and we're going to let them know like what they did and unto who they did it, because now they still don't get it. Now their mind is still too lost in the sauce. They're under the spell of the rulers, man. But they don't get it. They don't get the game, how it is being played. Yet they're contributing onto fighting against the righteous. But in due time, you roaches, you peasants, you dogs, you low-life peasants, you fucking dogs, you all of you going to find out who we are, who our power is, and what the Most High is about to do. So do understand, the spiritual warfare is real. Keep fighting. I don't want to hear none of the people that are around me that they don't want to fight. Or if you don't want to fight, then leave. I don't want nobody around me who is not willing to fight for Yahawah. You want to lay down, you want to stop it, then go, leave. I don't want no weak-minded people around me. I want warriors, I want spiritual Spartans, I want fighters. So salute to the brothers, to the elect, to the hopeful elect. Shalom.